Welcome back in, everybody. It has been a long time since we've updated this series. I know it's been weeks since we have posted a video, maybe even months since we have posted a video. Been on the road a lot, been doing a lot of things outside of the YouTube channel. I think I'm finally at a place where I can start cranking out videos again, because Out of the Park 27 is just around the corner as we record this. We want to finish this season on 26, and then if we have a 1983 season, we'll switch that over to Out of the Park 27 and continue on possibly with this thing. But right now, we have a big update. It's going to be a short video, but it is a big update because for those of you with keen eyes, you're going to notice that under the team injuries, Ryne Sandberg out 4 weeks. Now, Ryne Sandberg is the whole reason we're making these videos. He is the centerpiece of this thing. We have decided that we're going to keep Ryne Sandberg. We're also going to keep Julio Franco as well. And those two have been outstanding this season. One of the reasons why we are 83-55, that's a 9.5 game lead over the Atlanta Braves, a 10 game lead over the Montreal Expos, is because of those two rookies and how well they are progressing. And you can see Franco, 266, 17 home runs. He shocked us with some power. 65 RBIs. The batting average is rising as the season goes. Sandberg as well has been a big factor. Now there you see he's out with a torn hamstring, and as we said, it's 4 weeks. Hurt on September 14th. We have to try to find a way to carry this thing on without him. He is gone for the regular season. Should be back, if not in time for game 1 of the first playoff series. Maybe during the series. So we'll have to see how we work the roster and how close he is to coming back. But the 22-year-old second baseman, there you can see the contact numbers are improving. The batting average on balls in play, that is improving as well. The power starting to come around a little bit. That is the last thing to develop for him. On the season, he's hitting .289 with 14 home runs, 67 RBIs. He's got a .342 on-base percentage. He has been a mainstay at that number 2 spot. So what are we going to do without Sandberg? Well, here is a couple of adjustments that I've decided to make to the lineup. And we'll start with the lineup versus right-handed batters. Of course, we've got Lonnie Smith having an all-star season. What we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to work George Vukovic in at center field to give us another lefty. He has been very good off the bench. Don't know how it's going to translate to every day, but we will give him a shot, give him some more at-bats in center field, see how he does defensively, see if he continues to swing the bat well. We're moving Schmidt up to third. I don't think we had made this move on the last video we've done. I think we've done this since then, but I want to move Schmidt up, and what we're going to try to do is one of my disappointments in this season is that Mike Schmidt's ratings in this playthrough that we're having are basically all bomb and no average. And I don't think that's really true of what Mike Schmidt was as a player at this point. Early on in the 70s, I think you could make an argument that he didn't have much contact and he was just swinging for the fences. Through the 80s, he made this adjustment and became a much better, much well-rounded offensive player. We're going to try to recreate that. I have made some adjustments in his development, and we're kind of pushing, we're not kind of pushing, we are pushing the contact stuff. So he hasn't been hitting a ton of home runs, and I think it's because his contact ratings are so slow. So we're going to try to see if we can't push them up. It's another reason to play this thing out through next year, to see if we can't get his contact to develop and see if we can make him the Hall of Fame offensive player, a Hall of Fame player that he was. So we're moving Schmidt up to third. Jack Clark, who has been outstanding all-star season in right field, he's going to go to fourth out of this. Franco will protect him in fifth. Franklin will take over at second base. Franklin has done a decent job playing some shortstop this year when Bo was hurt. Now he's going to take over against righties. Larry Bowa at shortstop back healthy. Hopefully gets the offense going a little better. Lonnie Smith will lead off against lefties. Jose Castro, we're going to hit him second. We'll take a look at him a little bit. He was a Rule 5 guy that was claimed and now returned to us. And it's good timing because we've got a spot for him. Now here I have Clark third and Schmidt fourth. We're going to invert that. Keith Moreland will do some catching. He'll hit against lefties. He'll bat fifth. He has been a great offensive player. Not quite as good a defensive catcher as Milt May, but through this last month of the season, we need to get Keith Moreland in the lineup more because he does come through for us. That'll drop Franco down to sixth, Maddox back in the lineup, be seventh, and Boa will be eighth. All right, here's Jose Castro. There you can see he's not a great bat, but against left-handers, he should give us some help. Right-handers below average. He'll play some outfield. He'll play some infield. One of those kind of guys it's nice to have on your bench, and we'll see what he does with some playing time here until we get Sandberg back. As we speak, it's September 15th. We've got one more to go with the Reds. We've won 2 out of 3, but we stopped because of this injury to Rhino. Big series coming up against the Expos. We got 3 at home against them, taking us into Saturday. They are 10 games behind us in the standings. They are going to want to pick up some ground as we are getting close to the end of this season. Then it's Chicago, LA, San Francisco, San Diego go into October. Now, October gets interesting because we've had some rainouts. We want to try to wrap this thing up before we get into October because you see we've got that game at San Diego on the 1st. We've got a doubleheader on the 3rd in Atlanta. Then we have a doubleheader on the 6th in Houston. And that last week at Houston and at Atlanta, that's all on the road. And that will be 8 games in 6 days. We have plenty of arms available with the roster expansion. In that sense, it shouldn't be a problem. Could be a problem if we don't have this thing wrapped up and we need to be throwing Carlton and Christensen and using Kent Tekulve and Tug McGraw and all of those folks. So we want to have this thing wrapped up before we get into these double headers, and that way we can give Kevin Gross a start in here. Here's a look at the standings. As we speak, we have a magic number of 15. We are 83 and 55 again. As we said earlier, 9.5 over Atlanta, 10 over the Expos. Sitting in a good spot. Should be able to have it wrapped up before that final last week, and then we can rest some folks and get ready for the playoffs. The Dodgers are a game and a half up on Houston. Houston currently leads by 3 over Atlanta in the wild card. Cincinnati Reds 4-game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. They have 77 wins. Their magic number is down to 19. In the American League, it's the Yankees 74 and 66, just a game over Baltimore. Toronto 2 games back of the Yankees as well, so a 3-team race for the AL East. Oakland A's 78 and 62. They have a 10-game lead over the Mariners. Their magic number is down to 13. Detroit 84 and 56. 1 game over the Kansas City Royals at 83 and 57. Kansas City currently has a 10-game lead over Baltimore for that only wild card spot. Take a quick look at the pitching staff. You see Steve Carlton 17 and 5, 205 innings pitched. He will have maybe 4 more starts. So he has an outside shot to get to 20. We have taken the approach of trying to not push him so much through the regular season, trying to take a little bit more modern approach to things. We could have thrown Carlton a few more starts. He was ready to go. We decided to not do that. We want to try to have him fresh, ready to go for the playoffs. We're not going to push him to get him to 20. He is closing in on 300 wins. He will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 or 18 wins away when this season ends. So sometime next year, we could be looking at 300 wins for Steve Carlton. But we are trying to think long term. We're trying to extend his career and have him ready for the playoffs. Christensen sitting at 15 and 7, just short of 200 innings pitched. He has been solid in 28 starts. Marty Bystrom right now sitting in that 3rd spot. Dick Ruffin had a minor injury, had to step back a few days. We didn't have to completely skip a start, but we did have to slide him back a few days. So Bystrom will take that third spot. Ruthven will slide into the fourth spot. And there you see Pascual Perez. 8 and 12. Pascual, I'm happy with what he's done this year. We're just going to be looking for more consistency next year. Tug McGraw's still the closer. 3.12 is the ERA, 31 saves. He has been a little hittable. Leaning towards next year, maybe pulling him out of that closer spot. We've picked up Kent Tekulve. Tekulve has been really good. His bullpen has been shaky, trying to find its feet. Tekulve has been very good for us. Joe Price was amazing early, got into some trouble. He is getting his feet back under him. There you see the 3.14 ERA. Price and Tekulve, two guys who could take over that closing spot tomorrow, could take over that closing spot next season. Guy Hoffman's been good. Rule 5 picked him up 3.32 and 40 and 2/3. Farmer has been a huge disappointment. He was our big addition to the bullpen. We thought he might be somebody that could compete to close. He is barely hanging onto a middle relief spot. Larry Anderson, 3.69 and 46 and a third innings. Good numbers, solid season. Don't know if I trust him in the 8th inning just yet. Still a 6th, 7th inning guy. One more thing to update. We did decide to play a game here. And before we wrap up and upload this video, Marty Bystrom. You might look at the top of this and see the Cincinnati Reds 0 runs, 0 hits. Phillies 1 run, 9 hits. Marty Bystrom combines with Joe Price. 8 innings of no-hit baseball. He did walk 5. He came in for the 9th, walked the leadoff batter. He was at 119 pitches. We really need to win. I couldn't take the chance, so we brought Joe Price in. Price strikes out 2 in the 9th, picks up his 3rd save of the season. Bystrom and Price combine for the complete game shutout, no-hitter. Marty Bystrom goes to 9 and 10. Joe Price with his 3rd save. Well, that's going to do it. Like I said, this was a quick video. Not a lot of bells and whistles in this one either, because to be quite honest with you, I forgot to transfer all of my production elements from my desktop onto my laptop before I left the house. So the rest of the season, until I get a chance to rebuild some things, it's going to be very streamlined. But we're back. We're making videos. We're happy about that. We're going to finish this season. Next video you'll see from us should be around the time where hopefully we're clinching the NL East. We are looking to add that second World Series so we can call this team a dynasty. We'll get Sandberg back. We'll see what we have to do with that roster for the playoffs. But we are looking good for the playoffs. So that's going to do it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for not forgetting about the channel. And next time we talk to you, it'll be sometime late September, maybe early October. But hopefully we're talking about a division win and talking about who we might be seeing in the playoffs. So thanks again, and we'll see you very, very soon.